So yeah guys, what's up? Let's talk about the red pill space, right? The aim of this video is to help you, to give you a guide and to help you have a new way of seeing the red pill space, right? So I've been on the red pill space since 2019, consuming the content from different content creators. And my goal of this video, like I said, is to help you navigate the content space. So first of all, why is the red pill even a problem? Why is it a thing in the first place? First things first is, we have been made to believe lies of how women and men interact, right? We have been, some harsh truth have been suppressed. So, which is a problem in itself. But the bigger problem is the way the members of the community of the red pill are going about the message of the truth of the red pill itself. So, a quick story, right? I had my heart, I'll say, destroyed by somebody who was very, very close to me. And that was the major reason I went into the red pill space, right? To fix myself, to know what's up. And I ran into different content creators. I've had different ideologies. And now that I have reached the point of the end of the red pill journey, I can look back and say that it was worth it. Because all of my guys who I have personally carried through the red pill journey have all understood the message of the red pill. So first things first. So I wrote a couple of things down so that I don't forget. The first problem I see about the red pill space, right? I would say it has to do first of all with our attention and the algorithms. Most of the content that we see around the red pill space is fine-tuned to get our attention. So instead of giving us the real message, they are just aiming for virality upon virality. And for you to top your previous virality, you have to say something that is much more outlandish, something that is much more extreme. Now, I knew the Tate back in 2019, 2018-ish. They weren't like the version we saw in the 2020. Those guys took it on steroids. Now, on two, you have people who don't fully understand the red pill trying to educate men on the red pill, which in itself is a problem. Now, the red pill, like I said, is supposed to be a journey. Now, I understand that if you'll be following me on this channel, you should know that by my thinking that first of all, nothing is good, nothing is bad. Everything plays a role in evolution. So for example, is the reason people get into the red pill is because they are filled with rage, they are filled with negativity. But at some point, you get to realize that if you pass through this red pill journey carefully, along the lines, you get to use it to your advantage. So the first stage of the red pill journey is shock. You're looking at this content and you're asking yourself, how did I believe what was there before? Could this be the lie? You're in complete shock. You're still trying to process whatever is happening. But now you have digested the news. You have seen for yourself because they have pumped a lot of content through your attention. And mostly sometimes it happens through all of this pointless podcast. Now, most of these podcasts, like I said, they are geared to your attention. They are geared for your entertainment. And trust me, this podcast is not stopping anytime soon. So when you receive the shock, the next level now is what? Your rage. That fine, this thing I just saw is true. So now you are angry at the fact that you have always believed a lie all along. Now, these same guys have hooked your attention, right? Like I said, everything you control, the real scarce resource is not your time. It is your attention. So now these guys have your attention, right? Mind you, you go from shock, now you are in rage. Now you're angry at women for no reason. The next thing you want now is revenge. But revenge for what exactly? If you sit down and look back and ask yourself, what do you want revenge for? You just want revenge. Now, the red pill space begins to tell you, some of them will tell you to try to optimize to get as many women as possible. Mind you, you've noticed I have not condemned anything here. I've already just said a lot of people just need to be guided in this red pill space. Now you're seeking revenge. To be very honest, revenge, right, is a very powerful motivation. And I often see people that say the red pill space tells men to have as much sex as possible. Yes, to be very frank, it does. Does it benefit the men? Not really. Does it benefit the women? Absolutely not. But whenever I say nothing is good, nothing is bad, think about this. Think about, for you to have sex with 100 women means that you must be doing some things that are leveling your game up by different folds. It could be money, it could be looks. But the idea is that for you to get those 100 women, imagine, hypothetically speaking, you need to have upped your game in different areas of your life. Now, remember I said negativity is a powerful motivation. That is what will get you there. That revenge, that fraud. But the honest truth now is that fraud, that motivation can only get you far. Cannot take you. It can only get you as far as fast as it can go. You can't really. Sorry, I think I have made a mistake there. Sorry. That negative emotion cannot take you too far. To get you to start, to get you to level up your game, but at some point, after having sex with quite a number of women, look at yourself and ask, what's going on here? What's really happening? This is where you begin to understand and accept the fact that, okay, hold on, this is the red pill. This is the truth. What would I do with it? This is the point where every man should get to. You should not stop at the shock, because when you stop at the shock, you begin to see things like, oh, you know what? I give up the dating. If this is how women are, I'm done dating. If you are stuck in the rage period, and God forbid you hold a mic, a podcast mic, it's just rubbish that come out of your mouth. Things that don't really work for you. You're stuck in the revenge stage. In the revenge stage, well, there's a high chance that you're most likely going to either be a podcaster or you're probably going to be one of those boys that gets dragged online for, I don't know, having random activities with a lot of random people. But the goal here is to get to that stage of acceptance where you understand that, fine, this is the nature of the dating market, the dating scene. What can I do, right, to use it to my advantage? Either for the short term and for the long term. Mind you, you need to use the red pill for both. You need to understand how to make the red pill decisions to help you in the short term and in the long term. So, hold on, let me see. Then, one other problem I think people see is that this red pill content, right, because they consume it excessively, and mind you, the algorithms feed you more of what you know. The red pill begins to shape your entire worldview. And right beside an adjacent market to the red pill is the hustle culture, right? Because you have to hustle to the point where you're attracting a good amount of women. So they kind of complement each other. Now, you now have two battles you're fighting in your head. You're beginning to pick up the worldview of other people, which is right. And to be very frank, remember I said it's a journey. Now, to take things that work for you in your context, in your situation, and throw the rest away, right? That's why you need real world practice. You need to, at first, if you're new to this space, you will not know what works for you. You're going to have to keep on trying a lot of things. For example, you may have to work 16 hours before you get to realize that working 16 hours does not really do anything to you. It just leads to a lot of burnout. It gets you money quite all right, but it leads to a lot of burnout in the very end. You get to realize that, okay, having sex with a lot of women will be great, but at some point, you figure out that it's not as interesting as they made it look like. It's like consuming sugar. At some point, you get bored of it, and you begin to crave things that are just mildly tasted. Mildly. The third problem I think I see with a lot of guys is they don't have vision for what they want, even from women. They don't really know what they want. They might think they know what they want, but they don't really know what they want. Now, some of them have no vision for the family. And this is where I talk about lifestyle design in my last video, where people need to be able to zoom out and ask yourself questions like, what do I really want out of life? And why do I really want that thing out of life? Now, the solution to all of this is the direct opposite of everything. So, for example, to fix your attention, you need to first of all understand that it's a journey. And you have to finish this journey, because if you don't finish this journey, you will feel worse than somebody who did not start the journey. It's better for you to bask in your ignorance than for you to stop in any level of this journey. And for you to get there, I'll tell you to control your attention. Now, remember, like I said, the red pill space is not bad. It's just that you're being fed the wrong set of people. A couple of accounts that I recommend in the red pill space. One, Gatsad. Because Gatsad will help you explain the psychology, the evolution psychology to why women do what they do and why men do what they do. Maybe Gatsad may be a pretty elderly guy. Rich Cooper is there also. This is somebody who kind of understands the market, right? And he has navigated it. He's not the kind of person who just keeps telling you about the female nature. He will also break it down on what you're to do with it, how to make it work to your advantage. We have Sack he does a very good job in breaking down the ideas between men and women. Then there's also Homath. Homath does a very good job. Mind you, the goal of these guys is for you to first of all understand the red pill and how you as an individual can navigate the red pill space. They're not here to sell you some cheap rush dopamine course. They're not here to you can basically hear that these guys they might sell some products that improve you as a they may improve your well-being, right? They may sell products or services, quite all right. But they help you navigate the dating scene while you are still understanding the red pill space. So please fix your attention, fix your algorithm, check out these guys. I'm pretty sure down the line, also Jordan Peterson. Because like I said, the whole idea of the red pill is not to bash women, it's not to hate women, it's for you to understand their nature and look at how you can use their nature to their advantage. So for example, on my channel, I keep saying that things are not necessarily good or bad. They are there for a reason. They are there because they play a role. So for example, when you understand the red pill space, when you see a lady who people call a hoe, you will not be angry with her, but you understand that she plays a role in society. When you see somebody who is a wife material, you know that she plays a role in society. If you see a mistress, you will get to realize that she plays a role in society. So rather than bash them, you will know what you want to do. It's like what my teacher told me about you cannot go to a guava tree and expect apples. So you cannot walk up to a woman who you call a hoe and think you want to wife her up. I'm not saying that they're not deserving of being wives. All I'm just saying is that when you know what you want and you understand the dating market and know how to use it to your advantage, then you can easily know what you want in a partner and how to navigate and negotiate that part. Now, the last thing you should know is if you're still reacting to the red pill, so if you see a red pill content and you're feeling very irritated, it probably shows that you have not yet understood the concept. You might think you understand, but no, you're whining yourself, you're lying to yourself. So calm down until you get to the end. Please continue the red pill journey. I might consider making this a course because people need to understand it step by step. In the very end, it's going to shape your psychology, your relationship, your view of life, and so many things. So that's about it. I'm just making videos that I hope benefits you guys. And please, if you enjoyed this video, kindly share with somebody who you know is going to find it of great value. It's such actions like that that actually helps the channel grow, that helps the message spread, that helps people realize the good work that we do here. So thank you very much. Talk to you soon. And bye for now.